They took to the streets of Hong Kong by the thousands, this time locking arms and shining flashlights as if they were beacons for freedom. Organizers called this the Hong Kong Way, named after a similar human chain formed 30 years ago as the Baltic nations of Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania fought for independence from the Soviet Union.
We're just fighting for something that we should have, which is one country, two systems.
The chain went on for 40 kilometers. Along the way, people held up the flags of friendly nations to say thank you.
And I can see people over the other side of the world are very supportive to us.
They sang songs of revolution, including this one from the famous musical Les Miserables. This will be the 12th straight weekend of anti-government protests that show little sign of dissipating as demonstrators push to limit China's political influence in the territory. Still, Alan Cam acknowledged they're up against long odds.
It always happens. I mean, for the past 100 years, people always win, not the government, not the dictator.
Since last Sunday's huge rally in Victoria Park, there has been something of a lull in the protests, a chance to evaluate the response from Hong Kong's administration. China, however, has not let up with its pressure tactics on the protesters.
The latest casualty of pressure from Beijing is flight attendant Rebecca Tsai. She claims her employer, Cathay Pacific, which is based in Hong Kong but regulated in China, snooped on her Facebook page and fired her after finding something anti-government they didn't like.
All my colleagues are all terrified because of this white terror.
White terror is a term people here use to describe a climate of fear. The protesters have been cautious of late about doing anything that paints them as extremists. But tomorrow, some plan to return to the international airport to clog up access roads. And the scene may not be as peaceful as the one on this night. Chris Brown, CBC News, Hong Kong.